victims go through when they're smuggled into the country, when they were smuggled into the country?
Yeah, Laura, what an honor to be on with you, and thank you for your voice in this most important matter. They were coerced. They were lied to by the Biden administration, by the leader of the free world, told them, come to our country, we'll give you safe harbor. They were sold to traffickers, smuggled across the border. We had 29 trips into Mexico rescuing these children. When you stare in the eyes of a child like we do every week, and you see a child whose life has been decimated, the amount of effort to rebuild the life of that child is monumental. The Biden administration was the largest state-sponsored human trafficking operation in the history of the world.
Now, you've spoken to some of the traffickers themselves, have you not, Yaku? You know, on that, actually, Ali, I think you've also done this. So, Ali, why don't you give us your take on that? Because you've spoken to them after they were apprehended. What do they tell you about that open border?
They're actually furious that Trump is in office right now. They were fully expecting Harris to get in and to continue their operations like normal. They had flooded the border and set up infrastructure using our taxpayer dollars to direct the flow of children to where they wanted them to go. Sponsors that were unvetted, many of them traffickers, many of them predators and pedophiles, and criminal rap sheets a mile long. They were not expecting the Trump administration to get in, seal the border immediately, and start going after these bad actors and hammering down on deportations.
Yaku, I know the state of Florida has done an enormous amount to try to locate some of these missing children. The Trump administration and state governments that want to help are actually trying to find these kids. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, Director Salazar at HHS and Secretary Kennedy and then Kristi Noem and her team, Tom Homan, they're doing a tremendous amount of work with state actors. Florida is really doing a great job progressively and actively going after them. But it's very hard to find these kids because communities are turning against law enforcement. Illegal communities are turning against law enforcement, hiding these children, passing them around, moving them out of state. We're finding children that was trafficked into Florida, rescuing them in Las Vegas, Nevada, or in California, as high as Montana. So they spread out all over the country, Laura. It's a diabolical situation in our country at the moment.
Ali, I've been covering the illegal immigration issue for about 25 years, since the Clinton administration. And the issue of sponsors taking these children and putting them in the hands of, quote, sponsors. It sounds so wonderful. I'm a sponsor, right? We're benevolent sponsors. But what is the truth about the sponsors, their vetting process, and how is it that illegal aliens get to be sponsors or were able to be sponsors under the Biden administration?
Yeah, so on paper, their policies look great, right? But that's only on paper. They don't follow the policies that are put out there for the American public to see. The actual sponsor vetting process was abhorrent. And when it's actually harder to adopt a dog that's about to be euthanized than to sponsor a child, that tells you something. So when you have these individuals that have criminal histories and backgrounds that are really easy to find, it tells you something. A lot of these sponsors aren't even supposed to be in the country. And so when you have Democrats that are fighting for Epstein files to be released, but they're blocking ICE operations, that's a problem.
Yeah, Yaku, you see these people in North Carolina tonight fighting ICE. ICE is literally apprehending child sex traffickers. Literally doing that. Kristi Noem went into great detail today. Okay, a lot of these, all those videos we saw, the migrants coming across the border. We're not showing them tonight. I don't know why, but all these migrants coming. How many of those kids are now in various states being trafficked? Yaku. And the Democrats want to tell us today they care about the victims. Come on.
They do not win. When have they ever cared about a single woman or a single child? These are tools in their hands for their agenda. They will exploit people left, right, and center. They think they can get President Trump. There's nothing to get. This is a farce. The reason they're hiding from ICE is because ICE is busy upending the largest smuggling operation in our country. Trafficking human beings is soon going to pass trafficking drugs. The same networks and pipelines that was built to traffic drugs is trafficking people. So ICE is not just getting rid of illegals. It's upending human trafficking operations and systems inside the United States.
They should all get
money
medals
involved here, Laura.
Yeah, billions and billions
Absolutely.
of dollars involved, and they should get medals for what they're doing, not get bottles thrown at them. Yaku and Ali, you two are heroes in this. Thank you for what you do every single day.